she is ferocious also. She is after the truth. She wants to know. She has people who trust in her. Her sources are impeccable. There's no one like her, in my opinion. She is someone who will go anywhere to talk to anyone who has something to offer relevant to this. She, with several of her friends and acquaintances, were at the Citizens Disclosure Panel speaking to many ex-congressmen, people who had been in the know, people who still had the ability to get people heard in Washington, D.C. It was an amazing crowd. The people that I got to enjoy listening to discuss this included Richard Dolan and Nick Pope, several others. But Stanton Friedman was there, and the credentials of the people that spoke before that panel were impeccable. Their character was impeccable. There was no one there who really you could point at and say, oh, well, this is not an appropriate person to be dealing with these issues. They had the exact right people. They had the exact right information, and they're still working their fingers to the bone trying to get this taken care of, because you know what? We pay the taxes that employ the people that are hiding the truth from us. These people are after it. I love that. And I love Linda Moulton Hale's heart. I love that I got an opportunity to see her receive another Lifetime Achievement Award presented by George Norrie. And I just really think that she's excellent. Someone I met also, Jonathan Young, is going to be attending this year, and he is the founding curator of the Joseph Campbell Archives. And if you don't know what that is, Google is your friend. He has a fascinating history. Joseph Campbell was an amazing man. I just love that he shares that information so freely. There's a lot of people who are going to be first-time AlienCon guests, and I think that's really pretty cool. Other than the stars who have been listed from the television shows, and I want to include also Mina Sundwall from Netflix's Lost in Space. Eric Von Daniken is a first-time guest. Mike Barra is a first-time guest. Rami Ramani, who is an Egyptologist and documentarian, is a first-time guest. Matt Sazama, who is the writer and executive producer of Netflix's Lost in Space, is a first-time guest. And Burke Sharpless from Netflix Lost in Space, also a writer and executive producer, are first-time guests. I think that one of the people that I'm the most interested in seeing, oh my God, I can't just narrow that down. I'm interested in seeing every single one of these people. They are astounding. But Seth Shostak, when I saw him the first time, I was so shocked at his skepticism. The guy is the senior astronomer at the SETI Institute. You would think he'd be all over this topic, right? And he is. But he brings such a healthy skepticism, and sometimes just to be a skeptic, which I found funny. But he's brilliant too. There's not one person who is less than top of their field. I got an opportunity to hear Hugh Newman, who is a world explorer, and as he puts it, a megalithomaniac and an author. But he takes people to all the places, all the monoliths that you have read about and seen on Ancient Aliens and all the other programming. And he's his own brand of fearless, okay? Very fun, very interesting, and a great speaker. Somebody I haven't seen or heard before, I didn't understand what he did. The man is a plasma physicist. think of warp drives and all the things that you can do with plasmatic energy. His name is John Brandenburg, and I think it's going to be so fascinating to hear him speak. I can't stand it. I'm so ready. And, if you have any questions, we do have our chat running. It is on www.wbhm-db.com. There is a streaming link there also, but primarily you can chat. Shelley Burke Robinson is in there, and she is more than happy to answer or steer any questions to me, and we will get them taken care of. And we are a couple of minutes late going out to break. We will be right back.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk, only on Paranormal Experience Radio. Broadcasting live out of Birmingham, Alabama.
And just like that, we are back. I hope that you enjoyed those. We have got so many people who are stepping up and doing some of the station IDs and stingers and just doing a fantastic job. Two of them are Vincent Robertson and Frank Lee. And I'm here to tell you, love the voices. It's so amazing. But I wanted to get back into some of the things about AlienCon, and then we'll get back to some of the guests that they're going to be having. Something that I discovered at the very first AlienCon was that this is all about the fans. It is. These people are there to speak and interact with their fan bases. With the first one, no one anticipated how many people would be showing up for these ancient alien guests, speakers. These people come into everyone's living room on Friday nights and pretty much every other night thanks to syndication and brilliance of the topics. But they come in and they talk to you. They explain things that most people don't have access to. They'll take you with them. You know, Hugh Newman actually does some fantastic tours. He is fearless. He will go anywhere and do anything to get the experience where he finds monolithic structures. And he really doesn't mind the discomfort. He wants to make sure everyone has a fantastic experience and gets to experience things that they'll never see anywhere else. You know, David Childress, William Henry, they all will take you where they go if you're brave enough to follow. I think that's probably the reason that they even started Ancient Aliens, is to let you know Kevin Burns was brilliant with this. You know, he also is the producer of Oak Island, which is my husband's other favorite show. And the fact that he recognized the beauty of both these concepts, put them together, packaged them, got them on the air, and has these things running for so long, speaks volumes for his intelligence and foresight, but also for his knowledge of the American and now global consumer. We want to know this stuff. We have been lied to for so long about the origin of these structures, this art, these hieroglyphics, the content of these hieroglyphics. I mean, seriously, somebody back, a minimum of 7,000 years ago was toting a man bag and carrying an iPod, right? It's just, we're supposed to think that none of this stuff really is indicative of previous visitation by intelligent beings, and very few people actually believe that. This is real. This is fascinating. And I cannot stress again, if you are anywhere able to get to Burbank, California this weekend, and you have an opportunity to listen to Eric Von Daniken speak forever. He's been doing this forever. He knows everything. He's been everywhere. David Childress, if you get a chance to hear him speak, same thing. He's done this. He has researched to the nth degree. His book, Technology of the Gods, is something that fascinates me. A lot of that is something that fascinates my machinist husband also, right? Nick Pope, retired from the Ministry of Defense in the UK. He's been a British government UFO investigator. Sanctioned even, right? To hear him speak is just to have information fed to you. All of these people. You're going to learn so much just by hearing what they've seen. I can't tell you how exciting it is when you know that you're hearing someone actually speak truth. It's so refreshing, right? Somebody I did not know very much about and was fortunate enough to meet is Jason Martell. Jason is an ancient civilization technologies expert. He has written and voiced several books. I love that his books are primarily available on Audible because it saves time. You can be educated while you're tooling around taking care of business too, but I'm telling you, you may not want to get out of your vehicle if you're listening in the car because it's fascinating. He is, to hear him lecture is really something else. I was so impressed by his presence, by his knowledge, by his ability to share that information. It was way fascinating. Somebody I met also this year for the first time, and this is not his first time at